Care's supposed to be down there right now.
Alright. Hey, is there any way you could park like right there?
You came over, like so.
Gotcha.
Yep.
How much for it?
Alright.
Some of the sweatpants you like anyway.
Yeah, I was baby though. My daughter 4 now,
Yeah,
she tiny.
I just said 4T. He said we ain't got that.
I've been bottom. She's a kid.
What's the question?
Thank you. For these.
I'm trying to change in here. I could change in here? Hell yeah.
They said they don't know all the way.
Albie, what up, Albie? That's crazy. We played part 1 of together. We played for the Cowboys.
Louis Bonstruck said Denver, Colorado wants to be.
Good to see you, bro. Congrats.
Right. Shakur. Hey, come on, let us get you over here, bro.
You should be good. That should be enough for all y'all.
He trying to punch with you too, Manny, so give him some faith.
Yo, this EO.
Leave him alone, Dave! Hey, Dave, leave him alone! Find the right shots, Manson. You'll see it. Hands up, though. Yup.
Got it.
If you don't take a picture with me, I'm crashing out.
Gotta get out now.
I'm happy to be back at the Prudential Center. This is my home. I love it here. Hopefully, my next fight will be here. That's what I want. But I came here to support Lil Manny, and Lil Manny got the job done. Tough fight, close fight, but he pulled it through, and I'm just glad to be here to support him.
3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank. That would be Devin, that would be Shakur, and Tank Davis himself.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me. Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I cracked both of them.
I feel you. I told you it's a 50-50 fight.
Ain't no 50-50 fight, nigga. How you gonna keep me off and you ain't got no power?
I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
And you know I sparred him twice.
That's right. If Bill
took him out the ring,
said that,
I almost knocked him out in Floyd Gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you that?
I don't know, but I ain't hear that.
Oh, okay. Tell to Devin and his dad to get out my dick. Tell him, be prepared. Because after these first 2 niggas, oh man, I'm coming straight at niggas.
You and Tank ever linked up in the ring?
Yeah, we sparred before.
Can we ever expect a fight?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's gonna be one of the biggest fights in the world.
No cap.
I feel like how they talking about Earl and Bud Crawford. I feel like me and Tank gonna be basically 2.0 of that. Probably even bigger than that.
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? He don't have no offense. Everything is defense. What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Fuck no. I ain't never been knocked down a day in my life. I ain't never really been like hurt in no fight. Like far as, cause people took when I said this wrong. Like I got hit with a body shot before that I felt. They could like you if you want to call that hurt. But I'm talking about like somebody hit you in the chin where like people say you chinny and all that kind of stuff. You ain't got no chin. I never like felt nothing. No chin shot where I was buzzed or hurt or nothing like that in no fight that I had. So, in sparring, fight, anything. So, nah.
How you think one coming up with Tank?
I hope he don't fight Lamar, actually. Like, I hope he don't get in the ring with him again. Because at the end of the day, if he lose, it's just going to look bad on the fight with me. So, it's going to look like somebody else already did it.
You want Tank to knock you out, yo.
I
heard him say, like, yo, I want to fight Tank, and that's nice, but why do you want Tank to knock you out so bad? Like,
look. That sound good. That sound real good, but she's too little.
Too little.
When it comes to heated rivalries in boxing, none is more intense than the rivalry between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta "Tank" Davis. This is the rivalry where two fan bases constantly clash over who the better fighter is. Tank and Shakur fans have built a notorious reputation for battling each other on social media while defending their fighter as the superior boxer. The rivalry runs deep and has lasted for years, with even boxing analysts joining the debate over who the better boxer really is. The only thing missing is an official fight date where both fighters can showcase their skills and prove to the world who is truly the best. Unfortunately for both fan bases and boxing fans everywhere, this fight is unlikely to happen anytime soon unless both fighters tear down the barriers and seriously negotiate to make it happen.
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
Over the last few years, we've gotten a clear sense of who may have the advantage in this massive showdown. Shakur has climbed the ranks rapidly while facing some of the toughest competition available. His win over William Zepeda became a major moment in his career, proving he was a serious threat. Then, against Teofimo Lopez, Shakur reached superstar status. He has consistently chased the biggest fights and repeatedly called out Tank Davis. Shakur has shown he's willing to take on any challenge. Meanwhile, Tank has seemingly disappeared from the spotlight. He hasn't stepped into the ring in over a year and has dealt with legal issues on several occasions. Shakur's promoter, Eddie Hearn, has dismissed any possibility of Tank defeating Shakur now that Shakur is a 4-division world champion.
If you were Tank's promoter, what would the next step be for Tank?
I heard they were going to fight Jake Paul. When I see Jake Paul at the event and I see Jake Paul posting from the private jet with a picture of Gervonta Davis.
Slapped it.
Yeah, but they had that for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
You had to buy it. You had to get it made.
Yeah, but I can't believe that fight was going to happen. But anyway, crazy stuff's happening. Yeah, you got to rematch Lamont Roach. You got to. It'll probably get ordered. That's the reality by the New York State Athletic Commission. But listen, they may have got lucky because the only fight for Tank outside of after Lamont Roach was Shakur Stevenson.
Facts.
Right? Now they've got another opponent that will do well at the gate because of the controversy.
Yep.
And it ain't Shakur Stevenson. I keep telling people, Shakur Stevenson beats Tank. You cannot say that Shakur Stevenson would not have beaten Tank last Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
No matter who comes out victorious, there's no denying that Tank versus Shakur is a huge fight. Fan and Boxing shared an interesting take on why Shakur Stevenson needs this matchup. He also offered advice to Tank, saying Davis should move up to 140 pounds and start chasing the top names in that division because he has stayed at 135 pounds for too long. Fanon also believes that certain media personalities are trying to guide Shakur Stevenson away from a Gervonta Davis fight by encouraging him to move up to 147 pounds. He says this type of advice is similar to the pressure once placed on Davis to move up in weight, which he believes benefits certain interests more than the fighters themselves. Fanon argues that Stevenson is still viewed as an undercard fighter when it comes to star power, and that a fight against Davis is the only true route for him to become a major attraction in boxing.
Gervonta needs to go to 140, 147. He's been at 135 too long. He's dominating everybody there. There's no challenges for you there. Come on and go up to 147 pounds. Like I said, that's a system. They are not these people are bought and paid for. We already know that. So the people that they support want Shakur Stevenson to go up to 147 to fight guys like Conor Benn, to fight guys like whoever at 147 pounds, right? But what will that make Shakur? Let's just be real. What does that make Shakur? That is going to make Shakur, basically, he's going to be stuck being an undercard fighter. Like he's been stuck being an undercard fighter. He didn't get any real momentum off of that fight with Teofimo Lopez. What did he get? He got a bunch of systematic press. People talking about the fight for about a week and how great he is. And after that, it went right back into nobody talking about Shakur. Because Shakur Stevenson he's just not a big star. But he can be a big star if he fights somebody like Gervonta Davis. That's the ticket for him right there. Is the fight between him and the guy that's the most popular guy in that weight class, or anybody below Canelo Alvarez, really. But you know, we live in this era where YouTube channels like The Boxing Voice, like Showbiz the adult, like these other guys want to prescribe movements for fighters that really don't do anybody any good.
Boxing Hall of Famer Tim Bradley shares a similar view when it comes to Shakur Stevenson. Bradley strongly disagrees with the idea of pushing Shakur Stevenson up to 147 pounds, pointing out that it would already be his fourth weight division. He points to Stevenson's dominant performance over Teofimo Lopez at 140 pounds as evidence of his elite ability, arguing that he shouldn't be forced to move up before facing top opponents like Gary Antoine Russell or Dalton Smith. Bradley also stresses that Stevenson still has plenty of unfinished business at 130 and 135 pounds, specifically mentioning possible fights against Isaac Cruz or Moratalla. Before Stevenson permanently moves up to welterweight, Bradley wants to see those matchups happen first.
Tim, tell us about Shakur Stevenson. He can't seem to get a fighter to step in the ring with him after his performance with Teofimo Lopez. What do you make of that? What do you think's going on with Shakur?
There's fights out there for Shakur. There's fights out there for Shakur. Hell yeah, there's fights out there. He gotta fight him. He gotta go get him. That's it. Look, every fight ain't gotta be a damn home run. Every fight ain't gotta be not a home run, but every fight ain't gotta be like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Super Bowl?
Like the Masters or Super Bowl. Every fight ain't gotta be like that, bro. You know what I mean?
Just stay busy, get better.
Well, you can stay busy and get better, but if you fighting the top guys in the division, that's all that we want to see. You know what I mean? So like, if you're gonna stay at 140, we want to see you against that Russell guy. You know what I'm saying? We want to see you against Russell. We want to see you against Dalton Smith. We want to see you against that top echelon of that division. If you go to 35, we want to see you against the Moratallas of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't the bigger fights at 147 though? Ryan, Devin.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, but he's not a 147 pounder. He's not. He ain't say, oh, let me go test that 140. No, he said, I'm gonna go to 140 without no tune-ups, and I'm gonna face the best guy there, right? And he faced Lopez, and he demolished him like nothing, right? So, like, now y'all want to force him to go up to 47 for what? That's his fourth weight class, dog. His fourth weight class. In a way, it's fourth weight champion too. In a way, ain't going up to 26 yet. In a way, we'll go up there. He handled his business this weekend or next weekend. I'm pretty sure he might go up to 126, right? So the same thing with Shakur. Eventually, Shakur will get there, you know. But he got some fights that he can fight at 130 and 135. Shit, I wouldn't mind seeing a Cruz Shakur. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing Moratalla.
Tim Bradley also gave his opinion on a Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis fight, suggesting that it's the biggest matchup in boxing right now. Bradley called on Tank to accept the fight against Shakur, saying it's a major box office event.